Hi, I'm Mark Muir with GeorgeIrisDiscDogs.com. Does your dog jump too early for a disc? Does your dog hit the bottom of a disc? Or does your dog let it come to the ground? I thought I'd talk about a few little things that I found out that have helped me with resolving these issues with my own dogs. And try to get you to better understand a little bit more about the disc and what it's actually doing. You got to remember our dogs, they had this predatory drive built into them. It comes from thousands of years and everything. So what we're doing in the sport of disc dogging is actually just turning that rabbit, that bird, whatever they're chasing down, we've turned it into this disc. And they're going out there to capture it. It's a game to them. So you still got to think in their mind, what if this is not, don't think of it as a piece of plastic sometimes, think of it as an animal in their eyes. And what would they do to track it down? So some of the things I've noticed is you'll find your dog sometimes coming underneath and hitting the bottom of the disc, trying to go up. You'll find your dog letting it hit the ground sometimes. You'll find your dog just waiting on it to hit the ground. You'll find them slow to track it and everything. So what you need to really think about is ways that you can actually correct it by trying to get in the dog's mind and seeing what's going on in their head. So if you think about like the first thing, why would a dog hit the bottom of the disc with their mouth? Well, if you're chasing down a bird, for example, would you rather bite the bird like this, if you're a predator, or would you rather bite more of the bird? There's more to bite. So you got to think in their mind, you got to get that disc out in front of them, or because if they can see a hover like that, they're going to go for the biggest portion of the disc to try to stop it. Why would a dog let the disc hit the ground sometimes, or turn around and have to come back to it? Well, it basically comes down to the same thing. They want to chase things down. But if they know it's going to come down and land in their mind, you don't think they might be thinking that, but if they know it's going to come down and they don't have to jump and go get it, they're just going to wait to go ahead and get that thing, whatever that animal might be. Find sometimes you got to think, you want to put that disc out there in front of them. You want them to go chase the disc down. Even if you're playing freestyle, you want to put it out there in front of them where they have to go get it. You want them, and you talk about the bite and everything on the dogs. If your arm's just barely moving, all they got to do is like that. But if you're pulling it away quicker, they're gonna put a better clamp on that disc or the arm. So you got to think, if it's going slow, and it might wobble out of their mouth, but they're going after that better bite if they have to pursue it. They're clamping down on that disc. So you need to think, once again, put the disc out in front of them. Think in the animal's mind, the predatory drive. You want them to be chasing that down. When you go on these television shows and you see these animals and stuff, what are they doing? They're chasing animals. They're chasing other animals down. You don't see them, You might see them stalk one every once in a while, but it's that one it's just laying there. They don't see it. They just pounce on it right like that. So it's up to us as throwers to put it in the correct spot for the dog to catch it and track it down. Also, you hear a lot of issues about dogs pre-jumping, so I thought I'd throw that part in here. Some of it I just don't understand. I have to be honest with you, I just don't know. But a lot of times it's just them. They're going after it and they're thinking the pattern is a certain direction and everything, so they're going after it. So ways I have found to correct it with my own dogs is that if I'm throwing distance and accuracy practice, I'll throw a regular throw, then I'll throw a roller. Remember the rollers, your backhand lifted up this way, not this or that way. The simplest way to get it down the field from them, take the disc, your normal backhand throw, take it, throw it up, go this way. You can do it just like, if you're doing distance and accuracy practice, you're sending them around or this way around, and you're taking your backhand this way, your same footwork, everything this way. So on the pre-jumping stuff, the issues is go ahead and throw your backhand, but then go ahead and throw a roller. It's going to increase the drive, but what it's going to do is start to keep their they're focused on staying down more, and you won't see as much of the pre-jumping stuff. Another thing is I found myself is sometimes to begin with, just to teach them to stay low, is I'll get down on my knees and practice distance and accuracy with them. That way I'll be on a lower plane. You got to remember, you want to keep that disc, the more the disc goes up in the air on your throws, the more room for failure, the more room for the dog to track it in the air that way and to hover down. You know, someone goes, oh, my dog, he turns around and he comes back and gets the disc all the time. I said, you know what? It's your fault. No, it's not. He does it. I said, no, put the disc out there in front of him where he has to go get it. You're going to have to work on some of these timing patterns. You might only have to do the 10-yard throws, but you're going to have to make the adjustments. The bottom line is, even if it's a simple throw and your dog misses it, there's nobody to blame but you. But we just got to figure out how to make it work. You know, our dogs are out there wanting to play with us. So I hope some of this makes a little bit of sense to you. What I'm trying to say is, put it out there for your dogs to go track it down. Let them be that animal they are. Go get that disc, track it down, use that predatory drive. Try to get in their minds and think what they're thinking. And that's about it. I'm Mark Muir with GeorgeIrishDiscDogs.com. Thank you. Oh, bad answer.